what I've come to understand is now that the client is looking beyond your website, looking beyond Google, looking beyond where you might be physically, they need to see that you're a real person. And this is where video has a
Yeah.
fantastic ability to show who you are.
Hey, everybody. It's Alan and Victoria from Blue 7 Content. And today we're going to come and talk to you about exactly what we're doing right now, which is videos. So before we get
Video.
started, Victoria, how you doing?
I don't know if you want to ask that.
No, never mind. You're in Chicago. Things are upside down in Chicago. Let's talk about me. All right.
What's about you?
I'm reading some really good books.
Let's
Really
talk
good
about
books that
that.
are they're equally as scary because they're about AI. So you know what? Let's just jump into the topic. You know,
Here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about our book. That's what I want to talk about.
perfect. All right. Well, what about that? We haven't said a lot about this book. We've been quietly working on something for the last month and a half, 2 months. Something we've been kicking around. There's been a big shift over the last few years, digitally, just in search in general, which we know this. We don't need to beat that over the head. But part of that, we have started developing our idea of this whole SEO is everything. This SEO ecosystem that extends beyond the traditional, beyond because we've always done content. We've always done Google. We've been master to the algorithm, to search, and we've worked for a lot of legal marketing agencies. And it's always been a lot of written content and you could rank. But now there's so many different ways. And AI search is pulling from so many different places that we've seen some things increase in how well they work. And one of those is videos, not just YouTube, but obviously YouTube. So when we talk about lawyers and videos, you are a lawyer. This is not something they taught you in law school. So talk to us about what lawyers know or kind of learn about this kind of stuff, or if at all.
Yeah. So I think when it's important to note that when, we've been in the business for a long time, like independently, you and I have been working in this, sphere, and then we created Blue 7 and we've been here for over 5 years. So, and we work with the top agencies in the industry. So we have a really great indicator of where things are going and why they're going. And we wanted to create a book that was different than others. We don't want to just we have a cool story, I think. But there's one thing to hear about these stories, but like I wanted something really effective. I mean, in being an attorney and being either starting your own firm or you are trying to, you're fresh out of law school, you're trying to create an edge for yourself and, knowing that you have these marketing skills in the back when you enter either smaller or medium-sized firms, it's really good to have this stuff in the back of your head. So we wanted to create a text that is really focused and has practical guidance in it because that's just what lawyers need, right? We have no time to do anything else. We just need that quick practical guidance, almost like a CLE in video, right? That
Well,
way,
yeah, right. I didn't even think about it.
yeah.
Thinking of it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that way we can get in and get out, right? So when you get a hold of this book, it's going to be an in and out kind of thing. You're not going to be, wading through theory. You're not going to be wading through the history of something. It's going to be very much like practical application. So I wanted
Yeah.
to say about that. So to your question about like where do we learn this type of stuff? And the thing is, I was actually thinking about this question earlier, like why is me being an attorney helpful in this area? Like,
Hmm.
why does this set us apart? Like me being an attorney? Because literally, if you have a passion for marketing, you can get in on this,
Yeah.
but I think it's important to be an attorney because I carry the experience. I carry the
Hmm.
experience of going through law school, going through the bar exam, going through the setup of the bar associations and feeling the concept of reputation being really important when it comes to
Mhm.
lawyers and law firms. Also the stark competition that that it feels out there. I mean, I'm in Chicago. I came to Chicago because I knew it was like one of um the legal centers of the US, right? I
Yeah.
knew that there was a lot going on here. And so I mean, I'm doing estate planning and family law, and I feel like, is it saturated, right? Is this
Mm.
market saturated? And I think PI attorneys might feel the same way, you know? I know that they do. I talk to them. And so, what can we do to set ourselves apart, and how can we do it in a way that is not so intense, because they do not teach us this in law school. We don't learn a lot. We learn a lot, we don't learn a lot. So,
Learn a lot of
when
the
you get to
theory, but the practical stuff is
yeah,
kinda
that
not
real world
there. Yeah.
application. I mean, like, I know my law school is trying really hard. We are the first to have like an internal law firm that deals with real situations, just like
Shout out Chicago Kent.
cases that are dead. Yeah, Chicago can. And we do a really good job. I mean, if you want to work in Chicago, go to Chicago Kent, right? Like our writing skills are off the charts. I could go on about my institute. But the thing is, it's hard because we are taught so much to like focus on the client, work on our strategies, work on our billing, work on our value, and we don't really learn, like, how do we get the audience to see that value. And I think that's why this book becomes really important. We know that as an attorney, I have a lot of wealth and knowledge, right? Like, if you have that problem, I can come to you. Like, if anyone knows a lawyer, or if anyone knows a friend of a lawyer, you're like, can I text them for a quick question? Like, the amount of text messages I get from friends and family that are like, "So, do you have like 3 minutes to talk about
Soon as you
something?"
became a lawyer, you became all of our lawyers.
Yes. I mean, so many times I've had friends travel and I'm like, "I am not licensed in that state. You cannot get in trouble,
Yeah.
but
Calm down.
call me if you do." Like, I will try
We'll
to
find
help you.
somebody.
We'll find someone. But yeah, and I mean, and typically the answer is always like, it depends, right? Like, the fact pattern is so important and like the context is so important for any attorney. So we feel, I think, sometimes like we have to gatekeep that knowledge, and we have to protect it and conserve it. And I think a lot of that is because of the ABA rules of ethics, right? We don't ever want to mislead someone. We don't ever want
Mm.
to make someone feel like there's some guarantee. And there's like really easy ways to not cross that line. Disclaimers, you know,
Yeah.
hypotheticals, you know.
Mhm.
But what we're seeing in the marketing world is, because our ecosystem is spreading. Okay. Like, we had originally your small town attorney where everyone knew your name and,
Mm.
everyone knew you. There was only two or three of you. Well,
Referral
now,
marketing.
yeah, right? Like, you go to the ball game, you talk to people, everyone knew you as that attorney. Fast forward, we now have websites. Now you need a website, and now you need to show that this website is active, and now you need like blog content, and then all of a sudden social media came in, and now we're like, you should be posting on social media. But I think there's issues to that. There's a lot of like lack of context in those. You can only convey so much in a certain amount of characters. You also have to be careful about where you're posting, and which platforms you're posting on now, right? Um and so what what I've come to understand is now that the client is looking beyond your website, looking beyond Google, looking beyond where you might be physically, they need to see that you're a real person, and this is where video has a
Yeah.
fantastic ability to show who you are. And there's nuances with that, and so that's where I feel like, um, in a long-winded way.
I think you hit no, right there, you hit the exact reason why, right? A lot of people you just went through the timeline of the expanding what we have
Yeah.
to do, and as you said it, in my mind, I'm like, there's lawyers that are like, "We just got this down, and now we have to do this
Yep.
thing, and now this is our life, now social media." I mean, imagine if you tried to explain Facebook to someone in 2002, they'd have never understood it, but now you have to be there. But where we're with video, and you said it because people want to know, there's more people are grasping for something not generic. When they're looking for an attorney, I want you to think about their journey, the consumer, the potential client's journey when they need help, whatever it may be. I need an estate plan. My mom has dementia. She's sick. Now, traditionally, we would have, you know, written content for those keywords. We would have hit those things, depends on what kind of keyword research, how much you want to niche down. We got that. We know how to do that. I mean, the legal industry there's some great legal marketing companies, and we're one of them. But the videos give an opportunity for a client to feel like they already know you when they contact you, and
Mhm.
you're building up that know, that like, and that trust factor that we always talk about, we always want to convey in our content, whether that be written, whether that be social media, whether that be video. So the videos just they open up, and not only that, but YouTube is like the second largest search engine in the world. If you want to classify it as a search engine, your videos don't go away. You're going to have this repository of knowledge that you'll have built up over time that will gain steam, and you can share these videos as you make them. When someone asks a question, or if you're like, well, I made a video on that like 3 months ago. This is perfect. Let me post that in Reddit. Let me put that over here on Facebook again. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Uh, but when we're writing the guide, I want to, people are going to ask, well, I can hire a video production company. But if you are a solo attorney just starting a law firm, or you're a law firm trying to grow to that next level, you're looking at every dollar. You're
Yep.
looking at where you're going to spend, because you're going to have to spend. If you want to grow, you're going to have to spend on marketing. There's just no way around it. You want to grow 10% next year, you need to spend 10% of your revenue on marketing.
Yep.
20% growth, you're a PI firm, 20% right back into your marketing. But there, you
Yep.
got to be strategic with that, right? But why I love video is that anybody can pick up the camera and follow some basics, of best practices, and they can make content that can compete with the big dogs. Like, you don't have to, like, your written SEO content can be hard to rank, especially if you're in a competitive market or you have a Morgan and Morgan in town. Uh,
Yep.
that's hard. You still have to do it, but these videos, they're yours for the taking. I feel like you can sit down, you're an attorney. If you're walking down the street and you have a
Mhm.
great thought of like, damn, and I've seen you do this. You say, I have this thought like, wow, I need to get this out there. You record it. Bam. All you got to do is a little bit of doctoring on that, and that can go right onto your platforms from you. It's authentic. It's you walking down the street. It's you jogging down the street. It's going to pick up a sandwich. People do
Mhm.
not mind these lower production. I don't consider them lower production, because you're an attorney, you're a human too. You're helping clients in different ways. When you have a thought, you record it, baby it up a little bit, you got a video. And that's the from production to the internet without all that middleman. It's a
Mhm.
powerful outlet that I don't think enough people are tapping into.
Well, it's not that they aren't tapping into it, is there's a lot of, um I think there's a lot of media fatigue that is going on, especially in my field, because you're right, right? We sit there and we're like, Jesus, we just learned about like, um, uh, Instagram, or we just learned about, X or whatever, insert whatever thread thing that's going on, right? Um, and now we're having to sit in front of a camera. What do I even say?
Mm,
How do I say it? I hate the way I look. I don't want to see myself,
yeah. You put it
Um,
off till the next we'll do it tomorrow, then we'll do it next
yeah,
week, and then, oh
or
my god, we didn't even start it.
you do it and you get 1 like. And, and it's just like the thing is, when it comes to building, it's almost like building your library, right? Like you envision your marketing as a ceiling to floor bookshelf. If you just put one book on that shelf, that's not a bookshelf.
It's
That's a
not gonna
book
get you all that
holder.
you want. Yeah, yeah, the book holder. Yeah. Well, and so but I know when we're talking about doing the videos, the hardest thing is just doing it, as you just said, and then you're gonna be unhappy, but you're gonna be unhappy with it. I mean, you're gonna be unhappy with some iteration of the videos. Like, we have videos that are published on our channel that where I'm like, "Oh god, what did we look?"
Yep.
I may or may not capture you in, certain poses for the thumbnails,
For the thumbnail,
but
yeah.
well, and the reason I like this book, and you said this earlier, is that we are giving super practical advice. Like from if you're starting with nothing other than your smartphone, by the time you're done with the book, if you follow the steps, you can have a fully fledged, up and running YouTube channel that's offering good content for your audience with just your smartphone and maybe one or two other things, a ring light, maybe a microphone, but very basics. And we talk about how to script. We talk about, how what you get the appearance or what you should do, long form or short form videos. We go through every single platform that you probably may want to post on and talk about the pros and cons and how to post on those channels. So that's what I like about it. Again, like you said, we're not going into the theory of video. We give a little history of the why, but then it's point after point of just
Yes.
information, and you can skip
Just
around. It's not
practical
like you have to,
application.
you go back to that other point and go, wait a minute, how did they say do this? How did they say do that? So, yeah, I think it's going to be valuable. We're going to launch that probably aiming for Thanksgiving. We're almost done with draft one, working on the cover. I can get caught up in the little creatives because I wanted to look cool, but that's besides the point. So we're going to have more information about videos as we go along, because I can imagine we're going to do a video series about videos, ironically enough. But I want the one takeaway I want anybody that watching this or any marketing agency that works with attorneys, that you may want to offer this to them as well, because if you don't want to pay for a full production company, that's a lot of money. You don't
Yeah.
have to. Now, as you grow, you might want to grow into
Say
that.
yes, there is a time and a place for something like that, where you are going to have to hit that next scale, you are going to have to do some type of professional video production.
Yeah,
We are not trying to step on those types of toes because it is important to have that too. It's important to have billboards. It's important to have, your face on a bus. Like
yeah,
there are times in which those things are going to be really, really important. But when you are just starting out, or if you're just stuck in a rut and you were making those big money months and now you're kind of like sitting on your laurels a little bit, this is a great way to kind of take that active approach to start hitting those notes a little more so that you can end up hitting, and needing
yeah.
those full scale production things. Yeah. It's like an
As
interim.
we as we go along, guys, we'll keep you updated. But some of the videos that we will make will be stuff like how to come up with topics for your videos, how to edit your videos in a way that's appealing to an audience. Do you need an intro? Do you need some kind of extra?
Mhm.
We're gonna get, I mean, super practical advice, because again, anyone can do this. I know if you're camera shy or you're just like, oh, I don't want to get in front of the camera. I promise you, you can do this, and we want to help you with it. But that's all we have for this video. We hope everybody enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Victoria,
But yeah,
do
like
your
and
like and subscribe.
subscribe.
We are such nerds, y'all. I mean, this is what you get. This is another thing. Like, when videos can convey who you are, and we just don't mind showing who we are because we're goofy. That's just us. So, all right, everybody. Have a great afternoon.
Hey.